Everyone okay with that? Okay, let's go get started. Hafaday, good evening, everybody. Merry Christmas. Thank you for joining us here tonight in Legislature on the last Friday before Christmas. I'm joined tonight by some of my colleagues in this presentation. Senator San Agustin, please join us. Senator Frank Uggan Jr., Senator Fernando Esteves. Tonight, we're presenting Resolution 307-34. This is relative to recognizing, commending, and congratulating the Guam Department of Education U.S. Army Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps on receiving its first ever 3-year accreditation by the JROTC Program for Accreditation, and to further expressing Undangkulu Nasijus Maasi to it for its accomplishments, dedication, and continued service to the youth of Guam and our island community. I first wanted to start out by saying, as I was coming in here this evening, I stopped by the protocol office that handles all the cameras and all the recordings, and I said, this is my first resolution that I'm presenting this entire term. I actually don't do very many. I hold back on them. I kind of do them when it's really, really something special, and tonight really is something special as far as I'm concerned, because this achievement of accreditation for our JROTC programs is something that takes our Department of Education's program up to the next level. And so I also wanted to call up the representatives in the Department of Education, Mr. Joe Sanchez, on behalf of the administration. Sir, please join us. Now tonight we're going to do a presentation to the 3 schools that achieved the accreditation. We have Simon Sanchez, we have GW, and we have Southern High School, my alma mater. So if we could have the administrators of the 3 schools please join us as well. Oh, yes. Sure. And Mr. Lujan from the Guam Department of Education Board, please join us. Thank you, sir. Now, I know I told you guys before the cameras started rolling that this is actually going to be on TV. So what we're going to do is I'm going to turn it over to my colleagues to present to each school. You guys can fight over who wants to present to which school, because there's 3 of you for the 3 schools. But then after that, I wanted to turn over an opportunity for the battalion commanders of the schools to be able to come up and say a few words about the process and about what it means to them at the school level. But before we do that, there is one more individual I wanted to call up here. And this gentleman, he has a long history with the service, and he actually came to me when I was first a candidate for senator, and he told me that he was an instructor to my cousin Henry San Nicolas Apashar, the late Henry San Nicolas Apashar, Major Apashar. He was the highest-ranking Guam Sandafal in Afghanistan. And Major Luarca, if you and your cadre can please join us up here as well. This is your achievement as well for all of the leadership here having to train these young people to be able to achieve this accreditation. So, who wants to do Southern, who wants to do GW, who wants to do Sanchez? I'll let you see. Frank Uggan, Senator Frank Uggan, you're going to do Southern High School, okay, and Senator Joe San Agustin? Simon, because Jigo, and Senator GW. All right. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and have the administrators from the school, as well as the battalion commanders from the school, and as well as the actual title for you gentlemen is the Senior Army Instructors from the school. So if all 3 of you can please join us, we're first going to present it to Southern High School, Senator Frank Uggan. The Southern High School cadre. Senator Uggan.
Thank you very much, Senator San Nicolas. And first of all, to everyone here, good evening and half a day, and Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. You know, when you think about the ROTC, the JROTC program at the Department of Education, and you think back just the last 5 years, there's a good number of our high schools who have gone off island and competed nationally in the mainland and have come back with numerous trophies and medals. And Senator San Nicolas, as a sponsor of this, you know, I take it very close to my heart, so to speak, because of the nature of the ROTC program. But just to look at all of those accolades and achievements, and then now to move up to the next level in terms of acquiring accreditation and letting the entire nation know that the standards that have been set across the nation for every junior ROTC program, guess what? The Guam Department of Education JROTC programs are at the top and are also equivalent to any other program in the nation. So I want to also commend and congratulate all of you. And Senator Nicolas, thank you again for the opportunity to make this presentation to Southern High School. Very active in the community, continue to reach out aggressively in different capacities in terms of serving our community. Not only does the ROTC program instill discipline and morale and emphasis on personal lifestyles, but really it's all about making sure that you're a better person so that after you graduate from high school, you can enter into either college level or you can enter into the work arena and show your skills. So to all of the members at Southern High School JROTC program, on behalf of Senator Nicolas, myself, Senator San Augustine, Senator Esteves, and all the other senators in 34th Guam Legislature, but most especially on behalf of the people of Guam, congratulations on a tremendous achievement and continued success. Great job.
Thank you, Frank. Sure. Thank you, John. Thank you very much. Next, we have Senator San Augustine, who will do the presentation for Simon Sanchez. If we could have the Simon Sanchez administration, the Army instructor, as well as the battalion commander, please join us.
You know, after listening to Senator Elgin, how do you cap that? Number one, it's Army strong. Am I correct? Army strong. He's Air Force. I'm Army retired. And you know what? For the Simon Sanchez folks, my son 10 years ago was in the cadet program, ROTC program. So with that, it is a pleasure to present to the principal, the cadet, and the senior instructor the resolution. And I have to admit that, if I'm correct, I think Simon Sanchez won again, no? How many times did you guys win the ROTC program?
I don't keep count.
You don't keep count. We're not going to say anything bad because GW used to be the one on top all the time. And Southern High is still pursuing that, and there's nothing wrong with that, okay? But for Simon Sanchez, it is a great privilege to present to you a resolution that Senator Nicolas did author, because, you know, like he said, he rarely puts one out, but this is a great one. He beat me to the punch, actually. When I heard about it, I'm like, oh, Senator Nicolas is already done. Okay, not a problem. But you know what? Congratulations. And I look forward to the Army ROTC program growing. It's all about the Army. Army retired, okay? It's all about the Army. And I know that the Army is strong, and they're here. The cadets are here. It's a proven fact. Even though you got a Marine Corps, you got an Air Force, the Army is still strong. There's 3 of you. There's only 2 Air Force and 1 Marine. So don't let them outrun you folks, okay? Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Senator San Augustine. Lastly, Senator Esteves will do the honors of presenting the resolutions to George Washington High School. Senator.
Half a day. Merry Christmas. You know, although Southern High is my alma mater, it is definitely an honor to present this resolution to GW, as I understand is the oldest ROTC program on the island. Is that correct?
Yes, even the school.
Even the school. We're working on that. You know, I just want to tap into something a little bit different. Most people don't know this, but the soldiers that we put out on Guam, both on the active side and National Guard side, are known within the Army as among the best in the United States. Did you guys know that? When they look for a National Guard unit to go to hotspots, they look at the Guam Army National Guard. And the soldiers from Guam are among the best and the top of their game on the active side. And these gentlemen are a testament to that. So the mentorship that they provide you, not just on military topics, but life topics, take heed to that. And the accreditation is just a testament. That's just a check the block to prove what they've already been demonstrating for decades. So with that, I'd like to present to the administrator the cadet and the senior instructor for GW, and if we can give them, thank you to Senator Nicolas and the rest, on behalf of the rest of the legislature, congratulations and Merry Christmas.
I wanted to first take an opportunity to recognize also from the Guam Education Policy Board, Dr. Ron McNinch. Dr. McNinch, thank you so much, sir, for joining us this evening. And I wanted to call up tonight our representative from the administration, Mr. Joe Sanchez, to say a few words. We're also doing a presentation to you as well, sir. So please, on behalf of the DOE.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. On behalf of the Superintendent of Education and the Guam Education Board, we want to congratulate our junior ROTC program. It was just a kind of perfect timing that we had a work session recently with the Guam Education Board, and we discussed some of the things that are done in the junior ROTC program and other programs in the DOE. And we actually had a large number of cadets testify in front of the board, and it was very proud to actually see, because it was a contentious topic. It was one of our more controversial topics, and they were able to express what they learned. And a lot of the things that they talked about were how they were part of a community, where that dedication is not just individual, but it was something that was collective within the group, how they supported each other. They talked about, and their communication skills was very obvious. It was evident. It was something that showed forth. I mean, they were very passionate about what they were testifying on. Their leadership skills were also something that was very strong, their fitness, and really the work that they do. And just the pride that they exuded was just very inspirational. And we're just so proud of the work that they've done. We're proud of our instructors. This really does take the department to the next level. And it's really something that we can all of our programs can look up to. So we want to offer our congratulations. So congratulations.
I also wanted to take a moment now to have the Director of Army Instruction, Major Luarca. Sir, please join us. We've heard from the representative for the Superintendent of Education. Major Luarca is the head honcho of the ROTC program. So, sir, a few words, if you may. Thank you, sir.
Half a day, everyone. I'm not too good in speaking, but I just want to say I want to thank the administrators for their support. Without their support, we won't have a better program. And like Senator Slogan stated, Army strong, and we're going to be strong forever. To the cadets and cadre, thank you very much. Your support was really good. You guys worked so hard. I'm very proud of you. So I want to say to you guys, thank you. And like you said, we'll keep up the fire, and hopefully we will do better 2 years from now. Thank you very much, and Merry Christmas.
So now it's time for us to hear from our battalion commanders. First we have from Southern High School, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Anthony Salas. Colonel Salas.
Okay, I would like to thank everyone for coming here today, and I am very honored to be here and to express our hardships for preparing for this event. Yes, and what was said before, it is for our cadets to become better citizens, and without those cadets, we couldn't have done what we accomplished today. It was very hard to stick to one topic, but we did our best, and we just showed the inspector whatever we can do, and that we're representing Guam, and impressed him with what we had. That's all I can say. Thank you.
For Simon Sanchez High School, we have Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Nikita Santos. Colonel Santos.
Half a day, I would like to thank everyone for attending, and on behalf of the Shark Battalion, we thank you as well. The process was very time-consuming, but we made it through the hard work and strenuous months of trying to figure out all of our improvements. And we're very glad of the results, and I'm very proud of my staff and my whole battalion for all the hard work that they did. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel. And lastly, we have from George Washington High School, Cadet Major Timothy Charfers. Major Charfers.
Okay. So the best thing that I can say about what happened this year is I couldn't have done it without my team. As much as I can stand here and tell you that we did our best, and as much as we put in, it was really a team effort. I couldn't have done it without Sergeant I, Major Q, and my staff, even though that they could not be here. It was really a team effort, and of course the past 4 years have showed us that. And I was sharing actually with the fellow commanders that we usually have a rivalry between our schools, but this is the 1 year that we decided to throw that aside and actually connect with each other. And of course, it was for the better, and we did our best, and I think we did well. That's the best I could say.
Thank you very much. I just wanted to close out by reading a little of the resolution so we can get a gravity of the accomplishment. This was introduced by myself, Senator Michael F. Houston Nicolas, and duly adopted by all other 14 senators of Legislature and Guam, to include Senator San Agustin, Senator Frank Agan Jr., and Senator Fernando Esteves, who's joined us this evening. And the resolution reads, whereas the Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps is a federal program sponsored by the United States Armed Forces in high schools across the United States. The JRTC program is sponsored at 3 high schools in Guam: George Washington High School, Simon A. Sanchez High School, and Southern High School. The JRTC program for accreditation conducts inspections every 3 years to evaluate secondary educational institutions and JRTC instructors to ensure that all programs are focused on continual improvement and are committed to the highest levels of quality instruction. And failure to receive JPA accreditation could lead to probation or closure of a JRTC program. The JPA evaluation involved the battalion staff, continuous improvement briefing, a cadet service learning briefing, cadet portfolio reviews and interviews, instructor portfolio reviews and interviews, unit report requirements, an in-ranks inspection, and a color guard performance evaluation. The inspections were held on November 29, 2017 for Southern High School, November 30th, 2017 for Simon Sanchez High School, and December 1st, 2017 for George Washington High School. The JPA inspections of the Guam Department of Education's programs were conducted by the JRTC Operations 8th Brigade, which was led by Army JRTC Chief Operations Officer Mark Pratt, who oversees Army JRTC programs in Alaska, California, Hawaii, Idaho, Montana, Nevada, Oregon, Washington, American Samoa, the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands, Japan, Korea, and Guam. All 3 high schools received accreditation for the next 3 years from the JRTC program for accreditation, which is a first for the Guam Department of Education Army JROTC program. The Army JRTC program at George Washington High School is led by retired Major Manjo Quintanilla, Senior Army Instructor, and retired Sergeant First Class Jesse Iglesias, Army Instructor. The Army JRTC program at Simon Sanchez High School is led by retired Captain Ignacio Suico, Senior Army Instructor, retired Sergeant Major Jesus Leon Guerrero, Army Instructor, and retired Sergeant First Class Joseph Achivita, Army Instructor. The Army ROTC program at Southern High School is led by retired Sergeant First Class Juan King, Senior Army Instructor, and retired Sergeant First Class Celestin Demian, Army Instructor. The JPA accreditation for the GDOE Army ROTC program is a culmination of the dedication and hard work of every enrolled cadet, the support of every faculty and staff member, and the dedicated leadership of the JME ROTC instructors and battalion staff. This achievement affirms the commitment of the Guam Department of Education Army JROTC cadets, instructors, and staff to the highest standards of the ROTC program for accreditation as defined by public laws, contracts, Army regulations, and United States Army Cadet Command policies. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Speaker and the Chairperson of the Committee on Rules certify and the Legislative Secretary attest to the adoption hereof, and that copies of the same be transmitted to everybody who has received it this evening, as well as to the Speaker of the Guam Youth Congress and the Honorable Edward J.B. Cabo Imagalahan Guahan, duly and regularly adopted by the Committee on Rules of Mintrantayquachan Legislature and Guahan on the 21st day of December 2017, signed by our Speaker, Benjamin J.F. Cruz. Congratulations, everybody. Thank you. Tonight is a doubly special event because tonight we just so happen to also be hosting the open house for the legislature this evening, and I made sure to time our resolution presentations that all the families and the cadets can also enjoy our open house festivities. We have dinner provided for everybody this evening. It's actually open to the public if any members of the public wishes to join us tonight. We're going to have some entertainment, performances by the Stargazers. We have singing by kids from Chuk, as well as other performances that are going to be put together and organized by my colleagues who are also hosting this evening. So please join us, and again, congratulations on your achievement. If we can get a picture of the schools and the cadets that are here. Oh, careful. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Joe. Stick around for your photos, Photos?